Two terrible things has happened. Number one, my ring light is literally dead. I don't know, maybe it's the battery or something, so I have to use my phone camera as a flashlight, and it looks like I'm getting held hostage. Second of all, I recorded a podcast episode, and I put it on my dangly necklace, and it kept screeching every 10 seconds. So we are going to be recording this again. So, welcome back to another story starring me, like J. Mahal Kuya, like your host again. And today we had enough of the whole like mumbling and jumbling, like literally talking about like nothing, some nonsense. So today we're just gonna be talking about like the vibes of my writing project, because I've been cooking something up, something fierce, and it is gonna be like a little slow cooker situation where she's gonna take a while, maybe like a couple years. But I am like literally so excited to tell everyone like what the tea is with my project. So yeah. So the tea with my project, um, well, the working title is the roommates agreement. Well, yes. Um, and it's about character A kind of meeting character B again. And character A and character B, they have history back in high school. So I think this is like an early 20s rom-com. You know, character A has just moved out recently. He's struggling with like financial issues and stuff like that. He lives with his roommate, Taylor. She's lovely, bootsy. And he's and in the party when character A and character B meet, they kind of like hate each other, but it's kind of weird, and it's this weird like falling out stitch, right? And and the reason why, and it's called the roommate agreement, is because they agreed to fake date in order to be roommates. And you might be like, why? And okay, so character A and Taylor have kind of agreed that no roommates unless y'all are like literally locked into marriage, like relationship tease. And I'm like, okay, period. And also it helps with taking some of the bills off. You're more like financially stable, etc., etc. Character B situation is he's not allowed to like literally like go do a bust down like by himself kind of thing unless if he's living with a partner or romantic partner. So that's the kind of situation they deal with. They fake date in order to be roommates so they can save money. Right. And like I know like the whole setup is like a little like unserious and there's like a lot to work with. And yes, there will be smut. This is an adult rom-com. Thank you. There will be smut, like a time and place, like at my birthday party. Like, yes, there will be. But aside from that, like I'm super, super excited to be writing about it. I'm like 23,000 words in or 30,000 words in, and I think the struggles when it comes to writing is like making the actual plot as well, but also making sure that the characters are believable and that they should actually like each other. Like it's hard to make a reader believe that these two characters are actually in love because A, B, and C, D, and this is why they should be together because A, Z, Z, B, D. Okay, girl. So that's where you struggle when it comes with. And I think, romance should be fun, I think. And it should be a way to kind of explore themes and nuances, and it has been in the past. So I think this kind of adult rom-com will also talk about like it'll be a little bit literary fiction as well, and it'll kind of deal with like themes such as like responsibility and like the onus of self and responsibility and like who is your family and like are you should you help your family and like individuality versus community basically, like. And there's a lot of ambivalence in this novel because I'm still sorting out these themes and answers as I grow, I guess. So that's the kind of tea there as well. And my main kind of inspiration, like when it comes to romance, is Casey McCuson, obviously. The Pairing. Have y'all read The Pairing? Their new book, The Pairing, that tour. That tour. That tour. Like, I think Casey McCuson is like probably like one of my favorite romance authors so far. Like their ideas and their themes and like their world is just so vivid, and it feels so like I don't know. Like it's just juicy. And that's the kind of thing that I want to replicate, but also like have a vision and a theme also by myself. I think everyone is also inspired by the writers as well. So it's kind of like a little tit for tat, take my creativity. Um, but yeah, very excited to be writing this kind of rom-com tease. Um, we'll see how she goes. Hopefully, I don't abandon it. I'm not gonna abandon it. I feel like this one feels a bit different. I think because I have written romance manuscripts in the past, and they've been a little iffy. I have one completed one, and then I have another completed one, which is like an esports enemies to lovers thing, sort of sword art online, but not in that weird like POV, like you're trapped in like a realm of VR headset. But no, she's tea like that. I'm very excited to be kind of writing this and pushing myself and forcing myself to kind of go through like the ups and downs of like going through a project, because you will like it and then you will be like, oh, I would just want to be cut done and over and done with. Like that hill will eventually unfortunately be torn and walked through. But yeah, super excited for that. And I think like this novel specifically, or this book, will feel very kind of reminiscent or connect with a lot of immigrants as well, and queer love and all that stuff. I'm not gonna give away anymore because I wanna, if it ever gets published, holding space, and if it does, and I'll find a way, maybe I'll post it on Substack or something like that. That kind of tease. But yeah, very very excited. But onto the other stuff that we're gonna be talking today. We're onto the reading list already, but we have a lot of a reading list. I'm finally reading Wuthering Heights. And like I've tried to read her in the past because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna see what the tea is with like this gothic kind of realm and see what the vibe is. But I've tried to read it in the past, but like the characters of it all, like the character names, just kind of like got lost in my head. So not really the tea. But I'm reading her, and I'm also reading something else, and I'm trying to read more true crime kind of books. And I'm currently reading I'm reading Wuthering Heights, and I'm also going to be reading The First Impulse by Laurel Fantauzzo, and it is about the death, or I think the murder or something like that, about these Filipino film critics, and as well. And one other reading list as well to add to that. I might be reading Vincent Virga Gaywyck, and it is I think regarded as the first gay gothic book. So I'll be very excited to read that as well. Holding space for three of these books. I'm hoping that if I get bored of Wuthering Heights for a little bit, I'll like switch to like Gaywyck or the first impulse. So yeah. Other than that, it is honestly like the best time to like kind of read like gothic right now, because Melbourne is kind of in this weird like weather pattern where it's like it's gray and like a little rainy, like it's literally like gray and cloudy. It's probably gonna rain after this as well, but so yeah, holding space for that. But it is a bit of a shorter episode today. I can't wait to talk to you a lot more about my work in progress, the roommates agreement. But thank you so much for listening to my podcast series. It has, I'm not gonna lie to you, it has been such a pleasure to kind of been going through this journey in progress. And although no one really reads or listens to this podcast, it is my thing. It is something that I'm proud of, that I'm able to make it myself and switch things around and do something by myself. And even if it ends, which I think it will one day, but it won't happen anytime soon. It is a mark of me somewhere in the internet that I've done something, that I put myself out there, and it is a piece of me. It is something that I says I've tried to do something for my career, and here I am putting myself out there. So, regardless of how terrible this podcast might be, it's a learning process, I think. But thank you so much for listening to this podcast. All my works and all my descriptions and all my things and stuff will be down below. And I will see you in the next episode.